this is all just for testing.
Hey, what's up? This is episode 0 of our cool podcast.
Yeah, Biblicool, or what were we calling it?
We'll figure it out. Like a lot of podcasts seem to be, we might just realize we don't want to talk exclusively about the Bible because neither of us is really a very good Christian.
No, not really, not anymore.
I
got nothing against it.
No, not at all. It's just I can't really like shit on it. I don't want to shit on it, but like I can't talk about it sounding like actually Christians.
Honestly, the evangelical atheist is so much more annoying to me than like
the Shiite atheist.
Yeah, oh man, just like the ones that I don't know, it feels like they made atheism their religion. It's just annoying.
No, absolutely.
They really make it a point to anytime because alright, I've seen this happen way too many times where it's like, oh man, I just avoided a car crash, truck hit this other guy instead, thank God that wasn't me. And they're like, well, you shouldn't be thanking God because he made him crash into that other guy. What if the other guy was a fucking dickhead? I don't know. I'm just glad. I think it's fine to say I'm glad it wasn't me.
Yeah.
Honestly, because.
Or you could be like, actually, that's an expression.
Yeah, really though.
It must be new here.
Right? Oh man, they're so much fun at parties. Those people. Or the thing where it's yeah, I had cancer, the doctors, they did their best. I feel like God was working through their hands. They're like, the doctors went to school. I'm like, I know the doctors went to school. I know, and if it was successful that you no longer have cancer because of a doctor, fuck yeah, that's awesome. But don't just just be like, oh, I'm glad you're cancer free, and then move the fuck on.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's weird because I agree with those people, but they're fucking assholes. It's weird how much you can hate somebody who agrees with you 100%.
Yeah, because honestly, I'm yeah, the doctors did go to school. I don't know if God was actually there.
What if God paid for their schooling?
I mean that all right.
What if every doctor you talk to, they're like, yeah, no, I was trying to be an electrician, and I don't know, I just had this really lucid dream one night where this mysterious robed figure just told me to wake up and check my bank account, and I did. It was like $40,000, and well, not that much. It was like $300,000. Every time I thought about spending it on something that wasn't being a doctor, I threw up.
Yeah, I just heard white noise and my eyes started to bleed.
Yeah, hair grew on my palms, and then I thought about being a doctor, and it just fell out. It was really
it'd be funny if there's yeah, I feel like God God was working through the doctor's hands, and you just look at the doctor's chart and stuff like that, and you just see Dr. Jesus Christ on there.
What if somebody became a really good doctor despite God? God was actively trying to intervene.
He's like, here, let me hand you my scalpel. He's like, I got it. Okay.
Oh, no, not God was trying to help. God was actively no, this person can't be a doctor. This is the next shepherd. And then they just dodged every lightning bolt and every fucking loose wheel that should have bashed their brains in. And they just become the best doctor in the world.
And they're just I want to spread the word of atheism.
That's a weird paradox, because if they got good at being a doctor despite God, and they knew it was because God was trying to stop them, and they still became an atheist, I feel like there's another denomination you could be for that, right?
I guess as an anti-theist is what I would consider that. Yeah,
that sounds right.
But that's not even I think that's just kind of another way of saying evangelical atheist, an anti-theist, someone who's
yeah, that's true,
anti-God at the same time. I don't know. I guess anti-theist could be someone who believes in God and is just fuck God, I hate him.
God is real, and I am not going to follow his word.
Yeah, I actively poo-poo God. Just yeah, I guess I guess I could be an anti-theist as well.
There's there's the idea that a good atheist is a better candidate for heaven than a bad Christian.
Yeah, I mean,
what if you're a textbook, a Mr. Rogers type, but you actively spread like the word of hate for God. Somebody that grew up Catholic, like purgatory until you're like, sorry God. But as a non-Catholic, what happens to that person's soul?
Ah, man, like, you know, I'm not a theologian or whatever. Like,
Yeah, but you're like the son of one. Like
yeah.
your father, Dr. Dominic's dad. Does he have a doctorate or is he just a degree?
No, he just has a degree. I wish he had a doctorate. That'd be cool, but
Dr. Reverend Iniselda.
I mean, like, weirdly enough, I actually, like, you know, this is God working through my hands. I actually pulled up a good passage here from Mahatma Gandhi in that Heavenly Humor by Bob Phillips, the Christian joke book. Like, if Christians would really live according to the Bible teachings of Christ, as found in the Bible, all of India would be Christian today. I mean, like, yeah, like, if, like, you know, because, like, if they actually followed the teachings of Christ and weren't being, like, you know, shitty, then why wouldn't anyone want to be, like, you know, a good person? Like, I mean, not to say, like, you know, that's, like, you know, the absolute litmus test for, like, what's of morality. There's only so much you can fit into, like, 6,000 pages, but...
Is that how long the Bible is?
I don't know. It depends on the font size. I don't fucking... like, I don't know, like...
what's the opening part of the Bible? What does it say?
Like, in the beginning there was darkness or something like that.
Yeah, it's like in the big inning.
Just there was light. Like, they made light really weirdly big.
Light was actually like 5 pages and just a letter per page, and then there was a 6th page and it was a light bulb, like a really shitty clip art light bulb.
But yeah, like, I don't know, like, I feel like if someone was actively spreading the word against God, like, while being a Mr. Rogers type, it would be so, I don't know what they would do. Like, they would have that, like, they'd probably have to create some sort of new law for that one guy. Just like, yeah, he gets to go into heaven,
but he doesn't get to touch anything.
Yeah, like, he you know what? He doesn't have to be damned to hell. You know, he can just kind of chill out.
Like, he can sit outside the pearly gates until he says sorry to God.
I mean, that's essentially purgatory, right, for Catholics? I mean,
but yeah, like, it's, fuck, I don't know. I wasn't a very good Catholic. I just know a couple tenets here and there, but it's basically like a place. I guess it's not really ever defined, although some people will see it as a large grassy field that goes forever. But it's a place that you go and, like, you just, like, try to, I don't know. I think you're good until the sin is purged. I assume you could also, like, do some cool shit that's bad and go to hell from purgatory, but I don't know if the Bible covers that.
That'd be really funny if that was, like, it was like, yeah, you can choose to do good or bad here.
I died with cigarettes in my hand, and my soul is still holding them, and I'm gonna smoke in purgatory.
Just, that'd be funny. Like, if that was just like, they're like, no, you know, smoking in here, no, not in purgatory.
Sorry, they came with me. I assume I'm allowed to do it.
But,
and
like,
that guy died holding a lighter. Yeah, I'm sinning too.
I'm going to help him. I'm just. I would love to just, like, I'm going to sin by proxy. Just like, even though I'm helping my neighbor, I'm helping them sin. What are you gonna do with me now? And they're just like, purgatory is the perfect place for you. Like, we hit the nail on the head with this guy.
Hey, that guy's masturbating. Yeah, we'll get to him.
Yeah, like, you know, but he, like...
Yeah, but he's masturbating to us smoking.
I think that's a double sin there.
Yeah, the heaven representative, like, disappears. They just poof out and poof back in, and they look like 40 years older. Like, damn, what happened?
We were debating a long time.
We deliberated this for 40 years. Oh, okay, cool. So where am I going? I don't fucking know. We didn't figure it out.
We threw around the idea of purgatory too, but just purgatory, but you can sin a little bit, so it's not as bad.
Oh, that sounds rad. Can I go there? Poofs back into heaven, dude. They want to go there. Fuck.
Like that. Honestly, that sounds ideal for me. I would love, like, because I feel like if I went to heaven, like, unless part of heaven was sinning.
Like you put in your time as a good person,
Did
right?
you miss out on part of it?
What?
Like, because I see like a blank space there.
Fuck. Maybe it did.
Purgatory 2, anyways.
Yeah, well, we were talking. I don't
sin a little.
I don't know where it cut off.
Whatever.
I want to be quiet really quick. Okay, cool. I just want to check the sound levels there.
All right.
But yeah, no. Okay, like, I don't know. When you go to heaven, do you get to like fucking smoke and like drink alcohol before 5 p.m.?
That's the thing. Like, my heaven would would include some sin, because sinning is fun. Like, just inherently, like, because before I got married, premarital fucking was one of my favorite things to do.
Oh yeah.
Like, I still enjoy I still enjoy nicotine, which is indulgence. I think that's a sin. Like,
okay, like, I know that indulging in something is a sin, but like, what if you accidentally create an addiction and then you're not indulging anymore, but you're just keeping the addiction at bay? Is that a sin?
Placating the addiction? You know what? I'm gonna say yeah. I think that's fine. Like, at that point, it's like, yeah, you sinned that first time when you cultivated this addiction, but now at this point you're just trying to stay normal.
Okay, if you placate the addiction, that guy's got a bike and a skateboard.
Oh man, like, that guy's efficient.
To the one or two people that hear this, we're doing this while we drive because, you know, fuck it.
Yeah.
This guy's biking and holding a skateboard. Like, if he fucking did a front flip off the bike, landed on the skateboard, and then just held the bike over his shoulder like a boombox.
Dude, I'd be pissed because that means I'm not the main character at all.
I'm watching him right now in my rear view, even though I shouldn't be. There he goes. He did it. He did exactly the thing I described.
Ah, man. Damn it, I'm not the main character. Not in the least.
Ah, fuck. We gotta be, like, important NPCs, though, right? Like,
Oh, I hope so. I hope that, like, if we die, like, it stops the story. Like, kind of like if you, like, kill, like, fucking Rykov or whatever the hell in Metal Gear Solid 3.
Oh, yeah.
Raiden's not him. Like, or actually, no, he was totally killable. You were allowed to kill the hell out of that guy.
Yeah. If you killed Ocelot.
Ocelot, yeah. If you kill Ocelot.
Yourself, I mean, you could absolutely commit suicide in that game, which was wild.
Yeah, you just straight up kill yourself. And it's all, like, time paradox. Like,
Snake, you can't go changing the past. Yeah.
Yeah, I can. Just like, alright.
Fucking, I was trying to think of a way to tie that back into religion.
Oh, yeah, like, we went off there. Like, a little
yeah, no, that main character was riding his bike. I mean, he had all his tattoos and shit, and, like, his cool outfit. Like, that had to have been a custom character. Like, perhaps I'm dressed a little extravagantly, but, fuck, maybe I'm a main character too. Maybe you're just a normal guy.
I might just be a normal guy. I'm okay. Like, I'm okay with being, like, a secondary character with a recurring role. That's fine. Like, because the main character normally gets pretty fucked up. Like,
that's true. For what it's worth, you're the main character to me.
Oh, you're the main character to me.
Oh,
but
that's handy.
I also have a wife and now a child.
Well, yeah, I have a fucking long-term girlfriend and a stepchild.
That's fair.
Which, I mean, honestly, that makes my achievements better because my child is older, therefore making me the victor.
I mean, yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna concede to that, but, like, I will say, sure.
But yeah, fucking shit, I don't know. Fucking.
Man, I don't know, like.
What's a good Bible story?
Oh man, like, I remember, like.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh well, I remember, like, back in, like, my death metal days, like, I that was still when I was a very Christian boy, despite playing death metal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so, like, on occasion, I would look towards, like, I would try to find, like, you know, something, like, kind of metal in the Bible, and, like, really the only metal parts of the Bible is just the Book of Revelation. Like,
that sounds like a metal album.
It does, like, and it's also a song by pop punk band the Mr. T Experience. It's pretty good.
Okay.
But like, the Book of Revelation is like, that's probably the most interesting book in the Bible, honestly, because
That's
like
where they reveal things, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's supposed to be like, what happens in the future, and it's.
Oh, that was a stupid joke I was making, but I didn't realize it was true.
I mean, but yeah, like if you believe in Christianity and like the lore of the Bible, that's the only glimpse into the future. But the thing that I find interesting about it is that it's a glimpse into the future by a man who has no idea what he's looking at. Because think of people in like biblical times. They were still they were still blown away that fire was a thing.
Right, you could make it if you rub two sticks together hard enough.
Yeah, they were just like, what the hell? That's awesome.
You didn't have to wait next to the tallest tree and hope lightning happened.
It was like they were pretty much still living in caves. Like, yeah, they had some like primitive technology, but it's funny because I think that at one point it's it says something about like a man of stone speaking, and I'm just like, that could just be like a robot. Like, he doesn't know what metal is or what a robot would be. So describing it as a man of stone speaking to you, that could just easily be a robot talking to you.
What if the man of stone was just a dude that was really high?
I don't think that they have the terminology for getting getting all silly with your marijuanas.
Yeah, but if somebody in fucking, I don't know, negative 400, the year negative 400 is trying to interpret, lingo from the future.
They reached the positives by the time the Book of Revelation was written. It was probably written at 50 AD.
Oh, okay, so AD was when Christ was born, right?
Yeah,
I always remember it as after death, and I'm like, no, there wasn't 33 years where they just didn't name them.
No, it means it's like Anno Domini or something like that.
Yeah.
Like Year of Our Lord, or something like that. I don't know. I'm not the best resource for that.
Anus dominated.
Yeah, exactly. It's just the anal dominatrix. Like, she just really likes your butthole.
But okay, yeah, but I don't know. What did the stone man say? Because you might accidentally prove my point.
I forget. The thing is, if it was speaking a language that is not that's not Hebrew, then he possibly couldn't have known what it was saying. He could have been speaking just like French, and just been like, the stone man. He's just like, marijuana. Marijuana. I don't know. I can't remember. It's the last time I read that book was in high school, so.
That's fair.
But
yours is probably more true, by the way. Mine stands on literally no legs.
Oh yeah.
I can't believe you validated it even a little bit.
Well, because at least it's a talking point. I don't know, because I don't know this shit. But yeah, I feel like a lot of that, if you try to interpret it in modern times, it can make sense, because yeah, Man of Stone, for 1,000 years after that, they were probably just like, yeah, it's gonna be like a fucking golem,
yeah.
or something like that. But for us, a golem would just be a robot. We would just have just a sweet robot like that. And we're that close to technology, honestly. If robot apocalypse is the true biblical apocalypse, then that is fucking incredible to me.
Wow. So you're telling me that the Bible kind of predicted Terminator?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it would be really funny if I would love if Peter just ended up seeing just visions of Terminator 2, and he's like, this is clearly the end of the world.
What if he accidentally just watched the Terminator?
He just accidentally walked into a movie theater with Terminator 2, and he's just like, my god.
He walks into a cave and he sees the stone man talking.
And he's just like,
the cave is a theater, and oh my god.
I don't know if he walked into a cave for that, but
well, they do that a lot in the Bible, don't they?
They love caves. They're big fans of caves in the Bible.
They fucking murdered their savior and put him in a cave. I mean,
yeah. The thing is, it was apparently the cave that they hugged Jesus' body into. That was a rich man's he just a rich first Christian, the original Joel Osteen, but actually not shitty.
Oh, okay.
He was like, well, this is supposed to be my burial place, but for the Son of God, I mean, I can give it to him. Because he was crucified as a criminal. They would just throw him into an unmarked fucking mass grave. Who gives a shit? It's
that makes sense.
At least that's what you would think.
Right.
But instead they gave him a nice resting place, which he just immediately left. He was just 3 days is plenty.
He comes back out. He's just like, hey, thanks for giving me that spot, but I'm just gonna go ahead and be alive. He's like, oh, sick. I get to be buried there still. That's pretty cool.
Now when I die,
Yeah.
like that's his reward from Jesus. Like, yeah, when you die, your body gets to go in there.
Oh, sick. I was expecting to be thrown into a mass unmarked grave.
I didn't wash the bed where they laid my body either. Like, so it's gonna have that Jesus stank on it.
Yeah, it's gonna have that Jesus juice.
But yeah, I think it's funny that cause there's so many stories in the Bible where it's way more interesting when you read between the lines a little bit.
Right.
Honestly, my sister and my dad would be better with this. It's funny enough. I remember I was talking about it was during Christmas time, and we were talking about how Christmas, a lot of the Jesus wasn't born in December on December 25th. Same day as the pagans celebrated their Christmas. That's bullshit. That's
what a coincidence that would be.
Yeah, that'd be wow. Imagine that. I mean, it's such a unique day. But I remember I was telling my mom, I was like, yeah, Jesus was born sometime in the fall. At least that's what people think. Because the winters are too hard, or it's either the fall or spring, because winters in the Middle East are way too harsh for a pregnant lady on a fucking donkey to travel across the desert to, some manger, and she was like, well, no, it had to have been December. And my dad, who actually went to Bible school, and my little sister, who also went to a Bible school, were like, no, he's right. And that felt great.
Oh, that's validating.
Well, because it was I was just I know more about a lot of this shit, just from almost a secular perspective.
Right.
Because because I grew up with Christianity as that was just always my belief until I started kind of looking into things. I don't believe in a lot of that stuff, I guess, but
you read one book and you were just like, wow, I was stupid enough to believe Christianity before this.
I read Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and I was just like, my God, English people.
Yeah, I watched one episode of Nova, and Richard Dawkins said that
he just called God a gaylord. Just Richard Dawkins just he's like, welcome to Nova, or however it starts. Just God is a gaylord, chapter 1, and just it's just a 6-part series of why he thinks God sucks.
It's just a fucking short animation of God paying for something at the store, and he's just like, oh, that would be fucking 72 cents, and he pulls out a handful of change and drops it, and he's like, oh my God, oh no, fuck.
God is a gaylord.
Would you worship this man? And he just shows him fucking drop his glass. He's like, oh no, he steps on him. This is the creator of your universe.
This is that what are those things from the 1950s, Goofus and Gallant or whatever?
Oh yeah, fucking yeah,
yeah,
Goofus would like you said, drop all the change, and then Gallant would just pull out a roll of quarters and gently peel one side open and put them down. Here's your exact change. Keep the leftover.
I would love to see a Goofus and Gallant where they're both hibachi chefs, and Gallant is having no problem flipping shrimp into some dude's mouth, and Goofus just cuts off his own hand, just he fries them up and serves them.
You fucking. He's like, hey, at the very end, be like, I finally got down the shrimp flipping, and he's rapid fire flips them, and then the shrimp all fly past a sign that says no shellfish zone and land in 5 dudes' mouths and they die.
That'd be great. Oh man, honestly, I want them to bring back those, but stupid, kind of like that. It's really just a good idea, bad idea thing from Animaniacs.
Oh my God.
Just but even more modern than that now, I guess. That was the modern Goofus and Gallant in the 90s, and now the more modern one.
Back to the Nova thing, just a good idea, bad idea.
Yeah, now it's a new Nova with us.
It's just it's an episode of Good Idea, Bad Idea, but it's part of an episode of Nova. And it's good idea. And it's just a guy reading a normal book. Bad idea. Just a guy reading the Bible.
Richard Dawkins pulls himself out of his grave, and he's just God couldn't keep me. God couldn't keep me in hell.
Wait, did you just say God couldn't keep you in hell?
I mean, God's not real, therefore I wasn't able to go. Shut up. He just like digs back down. Just like, oh.
Oh wow,
No, that's weird. I don't like that. This episode sucks.
Yeah, fucking. How he's not even dead, is he?
No, I'm pretty sure he's still alive.
He was like 20 and 30 in the 80s. I don't know how fucking old Richard Dawkins is. Richard, fuck.
Not that old. I will say, like, I think it's like, I think it's funny that like how he said like make sure that you guys record my fucking death, so like no one could be all like, yeah, I refuted atheism at the last second. I'm like, honestly, if you're gonna die on that hill, that's honestly a really good way to go about it, because like I think it's dumb when people are like, yeah, you know that Charles Darwin said like, no, God's super real at the end of it, evolution's a lie. Like, no, he didn't. He just died.
I'd like
after eating every animal that was cool.
Well, once you show me the cell phone video of Charles Darwin saying all that, then
like, yeah, exactly. I would love that. Like, someone's like, yeah, I found footage of this. Just like, how?
Or we take a quick ad break so I can text Sydney. We don't have a sponsor or probably listeners yet, so this week was sponsored by
Carl's Jr. Fuck it, like we're gonna get that sponsorship. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, well, Carl's Jr. You know, fuck, local business. Are we in front of a? What the fuck happened to the sub place?
Oh, I don't, like, what, the Togo's that was back there?
Oh yeah, no, it's there.
No,
no, Togo's isn't local.
Togo's isn't local. Like, I don't think there's any local things in this fucking shopping mall.
Uh,
Kobe Japanese cuisine. I don't know if that's actually local.
Japanese people are largely non-Christian, though, right?
You know what? There's a reasonable following of Japanese Christians, and like I think it's funny because like, you know, like in Japanese like Christian lore, like after he died on the cross, he woke up and then just moved to Japan and became like a Japanese farmer man or something like that.
He like walked there, right?
Yeah,
he
like
can do that.
Yeah, he just sprinted across the water as fast as he could.
If you told me that was true, I would believe that.
Honestly, that'd be like this lore of Jesus, like, you know, this is book 3, like that's not like written by Mormons. Like if that was if that's what happened, that'd be cool.
Yeah, the Bible 3 Electric Beagley. Was there a third? What was that, Breakin'?
Yeah, I think it was Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo. I don't know, like maybe.
Because there was the first one that it's not canon. Like the second one, like Star Fox 64, the first Breakin'. But there's Breakin', there was Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo, and then
let me see if there was Breakin' 3. Hang on a second.
Was it something stupid? Was it like Breakin' 3, like the cha-cha slide?
I don't know.
You can leave that window open. We're still on ad break. If you want the window open,
right.
Like I don't care. If there's a third Breakin' movie, we're also sponsored by that this week.
It looks like there isn't one. I think there was supposed to be a couple. Like there was a few names that people threw out there. Electric Beagley is one of the ones that came up. There's also Return to Boogaloo.
Did Electric Beagley really come up?
Yeah, actually, like.
Are you fucking with me?
Like, Electric Boogaloo is what it came
Wow.
up with. Then they were like, oh, Return to Boogaloo, which is pretty lame.
It's pretty lame.
I think the last one was Revolution, like it's taken after fucking The Matrix. Just
Breakin' 3 Revelations.
And yeah, like it's just where like they see a Man of Stone. He's just really great at breakdancing.
Oh my god, dude! What if the Man of Stone was one of those street performers that only moves when he drops quarters in his hat?
Terrified the hell out of Peter. Just throws a shekel in there and it's just like he's just like I love that. That'd be so great. I feel like for this podcast to do well, like I would need to actually read more of the Bible.
Yeah,
I don't know if that would strengthen my resolve in Christianity or if that would just like I'd just be like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. I guess that is good teaching.
Okay, well let's do a social experiment. You keep reading the Bible and I'll keep half remembering it, and we can go from there. Oh, you're an H.
Yeah, like
what's going on?
Hell is full of good meanings and wishings. George Herbert.
That's
Like that just makes me think like hell's full of people that are like thoughts and prayers, like Yeah, like, oh man, I'm gonna actively do nothing. I'm just gonna say like, oh yeah, thoughts and prayers at you.
Well, everybody's aunts and uncles are definitely going to hell then.
Yeah, I mean like, my entire family's going to hell.
What if it's actually like a fucking, I don't know the fucking word for it, but like they're fucking get one over on us, like if you pray even once you go to hell, but if you never do it, God's just like, that was a test. It was a test. Here's the other 14 people who made it into heaven. Heaven's just a bunch of cavemen and then like 14 modern people.
God, like these. I'm sorry, I got distracted by this stupid picture. It's like the feeding of 5,000, the origin of Wonder Bread. Just
I get it, but
yeah, but it's like just, it's so lame.
It's really, it's not. Oh, hold on.
Look, they hid some things in this eye test here.
Matthew.
Matthew 7:5. Like, I remember that verse. It's still
If you pronounce the whole thing, you're gonna let him free from hell.
Just Matthew from the Bible, like, comes up from hell. One of the apostles.
Oh no, I was saying the fucking. I could. Tignic Flippler, and then the rest of that was the demon. But yeah, no, man, fuck. Maybe he did. Maybe they sent him down there just like, hey, Matthew, keep an eye on that. Try not to get summoned while you're down there. They can't summon you from heaven, but
that'd be interesting. That'd be like the twist in the Bible that no one expected. Just like, yeah, one of the apostles that's not Judas goes to hell, and did Judas go to hell? I mean, like, I feel like
yeah, right.
Sure, he his actions directly got Jesus killed, but at the same time, if he didn't do that, we wouldn't have, like, Jesus would have just lived a cool life of like being a cool dude for a long time.
That's a good point, but like,
He had to be betrayed.
Isn't a large part? Yeah, he did have to be betrayed, but like, isn't a large part of getting into heaven like intention?
Yeah,
like, I mean, if I fucking, I don't know, plant a bomb at an imaginary place, intending to do something bad, and it ends up like eradicating all the termites in a 3-mile radius somehow. Like, am I gonna get into heaven for that? Like, I wanted people to die, and instead I made it so houses don't fall over unexpectedly.
God, like, I would love just like I think it's like a Pro ZD skit. Like, it's like the villain that can't do anything wrong, or like he keeps on trying to do villainous things, but like he's like, yeah, I poisoned the water supply. It was like, actually, we found out about that pretty quickly. We actually noticed a bunch of things that were slowly poisoning people over time in the water supply. So if you hadn't poisoned the water supply, then we would have never found this. So we actually thank you for that. And the villain's just like, damn it!
I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, it's great. It's a great skit. I love a lot of Pro ZD shit.
Oh, fucking ads are over. Normal show.
All right.
But sorry, that's just, we were still in ad time.
Yeah. So this ad.
The rest of the show is brought to you by
us talking in the car.
I was gonna say like El Portal, because they got that hot Cheetos burrito.
So fucking good.
Ooh. Like, I don't eat as much meat anymore, but I'd fuck that shit up every day.
Yeah, like that. No, like, honestly, you throw Flamin' Hot Cheetos in just about anything Mexican, and I'll fucking love it.
Oh yeah.
Throw it in pretty much anything. Like, I could probably fuck with some like fucking cacavin, but like with like Flamin' Hot Cheetos thrown on, like encrusted.
Some what?
Cacavin, like it's just,
Cacavin?
yeah, it's like chicken and wine. It's like a French dish. But if you threw some hot Cheetos onto that, I'd probably still fuck it up.
Fuck, you were saying, I thought we were still talking Spanish.
Cacavin. Like,
I thought we were still talking Spanish. You said cacavin, and I was like, shit wine?
It's caca, like...
Caca?
Oh, caca, yeah. Yeah, I guess, yeah, shit wine.
That's right. I forgot it's fucking entered the English lexicon, but...
Probably caca alvin, like, I don't know.
Oh, like coke alvin.
Yeah, coke alvin.
Like one of those, like...
Yeah.
It's an interesting language.
French seems like it'd be a fun thing to speak. I mean, I just feel like I'd have to, like, fucking strangle myself a little bit every time I try to do the phlegminess.
They have a weird, they roll R's differently than like literally every language.
Yeah, in the back of their throat. Like,
yeah,
it's like,
back of the throat, sometimes the middle of the mouth, which can't do it.
Like, whereas like Spanish, it's right on the tip of the tongue. You just roll it. Roll your R's.
Yeah, do like Peggy Hill, just a Roberto.
Like, I still stuck at speaking Spanish, like, despite growing up looking Mexican and, like, living in Lincoln.
I mean, sometimes I still have a hard time believing that, that you're not? Like, what is my real proof that you are not a Hispanic gentleman?
Just my dad. That's the only way to tell.
Yeah,
like,
that's true. How do I? Oh no, that's right. You're. What was it? Was your grandpa and your grandpa and your grandma on your dad's side were just like straight up Filipino people, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure they were just straight up from the Philippines.
Yeah.
Like, and not even any mix of Spanish blood or anything like that either. Like, they were
they were
straight up like Aboriginal, like, Filipinos, or whatever the equivalent of that would be.
They were yeah.
Native Filipinos.
I never got to meet them, unfortunately, but like they looked like it.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they had any Asian in there. Like, they might have just been like.
That's the thing. Yeah, there was no when my dad did the blood test, they found no trace of Asian, essentially.
Right.
Like, hey.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's right. Like, you guys are like a trace amount of like Japanese or something, right?
Yeah, like just like a small amount from like that lower peninsula or whatever.
Yeah, the Ryukyus.
Yeah, where Mugen from Samurai Champloo's from.
Yeah, like,
but,
he sneezed into your gene pool.
Yeah, it was minuscule though, and I always thought that AJ, like, my older brother, looked Korean. Like,
oh, absolutely.
Because he looks Korean. Like,
absolutely.
But then, like, you look at, like, native Filipinos, like, that have had no, like, basically no rape in their bloodline, like, from, like, the other cultures that, like, inevitably, like, came over and did what other cultures do when they go to other places, for the most part, and just rape the hell out of people.
Yeah.
At least they did back in the day. Like, not so much nowadays. Like, like, Mexican people don't come up here to rape us. Like.
Well, I mean, they're not like invading, no.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. It's not an invasion. Like, that's the thing. Like, people they. Like, that's one thing I don't like about a lot of like people when they refer to immigration nowadays and like try to compare it to like historical like invasions and like taking over of countries. I'm just like, yeah, these people are just trying to come over here and live a life. It's fine, whatever.
They're coming over here. They're trying to live a life, fucking. Because I was very close with the Mexican man, fucking Luis. He told me about what it was like in Mexico, and I know that things cost different over there, but he was telling me, like, dude, you'd work your ass off like 60-hour work weeks, and you make like $100 that week.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, you could get by on that, but it was, like, back-breaking labor, and then like trying to pay for everything. It was fucking hard. Like, them trying to get away from that, I don't care. And the fact that they're bringing good food, good music, great fashion,
yeah,
and etc.
And generally good people, from what I like, at least from my experience. Like, you remember Luis? Like not
my Luis, but yeah,
Luis that we grew up with.
Yeah, the one we went to school with.
Yeah, like. His dad was straight up like he was an illegal immigrant, came here, got it, did all the stuff to become like a legal dude.
Yeah.
And that guy was the nicest dude. I think his name was also Luis Senior. I think is this like a new win situation where just like they forgot that there were other names? Because like we're talking about 3 Mexican dudes and they've all been named Luis so far.
I don't know. Like I've met less than 10 English people in my life, and 2 of them have been named Dave. So
yeah,
it's how many English Daves have you met? Oh, can't park there. How many English Daves have you met in your life?
Oh, man, I don't even know how many English people I've met. I've met a small handful of English people. I'm pretty sure like 2 of them have been named Dave. Like,
I'm surprised you haven't met more English people, seeing as you worked at an Irish company that employed Europeans.
Yeah, but I talked to Irish people for the most part.
Fair. Yeah, maybe
they hated the English.
Oh, I know.
They should.
I have no negative opinions on the English. The very few, well, historically, yeah, the English can go fuck themselves. The few English people I've actually met in real life are just delightful, though.
Yeah, like actual real English people are actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, that distinguishing. But yeah, again, the historical English people kind of suck a wiener.
I mean, yeah, their whole thing was like that they wanted to just be like they just wanted to take over, like, their weird little island, try to take over the entirety of the world. Like that's insane to me.
That's insane. The fact that they had enough people to do that in different places at the same time.
Yeah, it's also that they had technology behind their side, because their navy was like incredible. Like, and then they still lost to just a bunch of fucking hicks with like pitchforks and muskets and they died because they just didn't know how to duck or like go behind a tree.
They couldn't duck, dive, dip, dodge, or duck.
Well, the reason why Americans won the like Revolutionary War was because we learned from Native Americans how to like just go out there and fuck shit up.
Guerrilla warfare.
Yeah, guerrilla warfare. Because Native Americans they know how to fucking kill. At least the warrior ones did, of course, but.
You don't generalize the people, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, the more, the warring tribes and stuff like that, or the more, war-bound ones, I guess. Americans, if they didn't learn from them and then eventually destroy their entire culture, which is the saddest thing ever,
It's kind of fucked up.
It's so fucked up. They're like, yeah, we won this country, and they're like, yes, now we all live here, right? Yeah, totally. How about some blankets, to make you feel better? Because it's that kind of fucked up thing that I don't know.
In defense of the English, we'd been doing war that particular way for a long time. Honor system, okay, we're all gonna line up, and then when one side doesn't have any more people to fire guns, fuck.
What?
Yeah, that's all right. The screen goes black. It doesn't mean it turned off. It just the screen will just go black.
Oh.
I think I could just touch it and bring it back on.
All right.
Again, we're doing this on a phone in my car, just for both of you listening. But yeah, no, the honor system, the fucking firing in volleys at each other, I get it.
It's so dumb that because I think of wars before that, and I can't imagine the Scottish doing that. With the English, I imagine it was very much like that scene in Braveheart, even though there was a lot of that wasn't very accurate. Oh, dude.
We can go in and get some Frieza?
Yeah, some Frieza sounds fucking bomb. All right.
We did that backwards. I should have said we can get some free pizza, and then doesn't matter.
What was I supposed to say? Oh wait, what'd I do?
No, I go. We get free. No, that was my mistake for not going. Oh, we can get free pizza, and then you go Frieza.
Frieza. Oh man.
I don't.
We delete the recording.
Yeah.
How do I do?
Yeah. Turn my phone off. Snap it in half and eat the pieces. We'll both eat half of it.
Throw ourselves into a river.
You got a mask?
I do not.
This is the cleanest one I have.
Of course.
I found one in between my seats. There it is. Yeah, that's not.
I forgot that there was a whole
I don't think we have to, but just to not be the people that walk into the restaurant that Sydney manages and go, "Hello, person that we're close with, we're breaking the rules.
Give us free pizza.
Give
we're
us
breaking
pizza."
the law.
You could, I guess fucking, yeah, no, we might as well just fucking cut it off. This is episode 0, so it doesn't have to end cleanly. Do you have any closing thoughts about the Bible or I guess the English? Yeah, no, this is a biblical podcast, and it's also a podcast about how much we hate the English. Again, historically, not individuals.
Man, I'm just thinking about the first words that we said from Mars, just ass pussy.
Yeah, the fucking, what was it? We get VVCN in the fucking States, leads to colonizing Mars. Sir. We stand here with Dominic and Iselda, man who kickstarted the race for Mars and landed the first rocket. What do you have to say to the people of Earth?
Ass pussy.
Okay. That's a good ending spot. Thank you, and ass pussy.